MK, one question haunts and hurts.
Too much to mention.
Hello, listeners, and welcome to Top Oz Fandom Podcast, Down the Yellow Brick Pod, in our 7th season. Too much to mention because we are still at it. I'm Tara.
And I'm MK, and we are your royal custodians meets Connie and Carla of Oz, preserving and peeling back the curtain on the wonderful world located somewhere over the rainbow and its perseverance in culture.
Join us tossing open our textbooks and grimoires as we fall down fresh new rabbit holes this season.
You may find us hanging out with Elphaba's granddaughter in Gregory Maguire's Another Day series.
Or taking a detour, second star to the right and straight on to morning.
Or chasing Judy Garland-size rainbows.
Or perhaps providing our L. Frank to be exact, analysis of Wicked for Good. Don't be offended.
In addition, we will also be conducting interviews with Ozian delights in our Slipperhood, Good Witch, and Masters Behind the Curtain series. Stay tuned for a magical lineup of guests.
The Wizard of Oz has been with us, like so many of you, since our earliest of memories. And now in adulthood, it's gotten us through some frightening times. And friends, we have such faith that it will continue to do so.
Off the pod, please say hi to us on Instagram and TikTok, and consider joining our Patreon Pod Squad if you haven't already. Exclusive content and community events and bonus giveaways, oh my! We live to spoil our Patreon fam, and they are the first to receive all official Down the YBP updates, including discounts to live shows, merch, and our annual retreat. Sign up today with a free week trial at any tier. Your support makes the pod's dreams that we dared to dream really do come true.
Now, may the world of Oz continue to be a bewitching escape in bewildering years, nostalgic and nuanced, and keep on changing us for good. To Oz, MK.
To Oz. Jared J. Davis is the creator of the Royal Blog of Oz and the Royal Podcast of Oz, the first Oz fandom podcast. He's the author of Outsiders from Oz and several short stories set in L. Frank Baum's world, including the Frederick E. Otto award-winning short story, The Way of a Lion. He has previously contributed to the International Wizard of Oz Club's The Baum Bugle and is a frequent attendee and contributor of OzCon International. He's also the creator of Isaac the Incomparable. He lives in Springfield, Missouri with his ginger tabby, Suzanne.
Toyland, beautiful girl and boy, and whoever you are, land.
Them, everyone.
Yes, they, them,
Beautiful
land. That's us updating Babes in Toyland.
We've updated it.
Hi, everyone.
Hello.
Welcome back, listeners. Welcome to Down the Yellow Brick Pod. We are staying in our nostalgic deep dive rabbit holes to yesteryear because recently we did
Not yesteryear, the book that
not yesteryear
we
the
just
book.
read.
Oh my God, I made him read that book. If you haven't read
It was
that book,
fantastic.
please do. True Wife horror.
Different genre.
A different
than
genre.
What we're talking about.
But yeah, we're traveling back to another time yet again.
Yes.
We kind of have had a little fun going back to some older films that have weird, bizarre connections to Oz, like The Bluebird starring Shirley Temple, which was 20th Century Fox's response very shortly after The Wizard of Oz came out to have their own fantasy film that would star Shirley Temple because that was, what initially was hoped that maybe Shirley Temple could star in an Oz-like vehicle. Seeing all those connections to Oz. And now here we are at the gates of another magical land called Toyland. Talking specifically today about 1961's Disney's Babes in Toyland, the adaptation, and some of its connections to Oz. Now, we hope also to be joined by Pod Squad member Jay. He should be on his way.
Love you, Jay.
Because this history is deep-rooted.
Yeah. And I will link all of his blog posts about the history.
Yes, has incredible knowledge on this. And just to say, Babes in Toyland only exists because of the Wizard of Oz musical extravaganza, number one. It only exists because of that.
Yeah, yeah.
And then if we go to Disney, MGM's Wizard of Oz only exists because of Snow White's success.
Right,
And that
right.
like sparked this musical fantasy film exploration for these studios who were all kind of staying away from the genre because it wasn't doing well at the box office, but it changed everything. And so Disney, once they saw that it did work, they wanted to get the Oz project
Yeah.
going and back. But they had an Oz project in mind to do in the 50s that would eventually become this
Yes.
Babes in Toyland. So we'll get into all of the history, but first, want to know your Babes in Toyland lore. Like, what is your
Mm,
relationship to this property? Because there is also a 1980s Drew Barrymore made for TV
right.
adaptation that a lot of millennials and Gen
Are
Xers
into
have more of a
with
connection
Keanu
to with Keanu
Reeves. My
Reeves.
love.
Yeah.
Love
I
him.
used to confuse this Babes in Toyland with Halloween Town.
What?
Yeah. Like in my
Oh
head.
my God.
Because I didn't grow
Halloween
up on the
Town.
Drew Barrymore of it all. I grew up on this one and the 1934.
With Halloween Town, like the Debbie
Yeah, I
Reynolds.
used to confuse
Oh
the
my
80s Babes in Toyland with
God.
Halloween
Well,
Town.
Halloween Town, I have deep lore on. We could talk about
No,
that
we're not talking about
another
it. We're
day.
not talking about that.
Another day by Gregory Maguire. Okay, you want to hear my big, long
Yes.
lore with Babes in Toyland?
Is it today? Did you
It's
watch it for the
today.
first time?
It is
Okay.
the past 24 hours.
And
And
you call yourself a Ray Bolger fan.
I know, how dare
I'm
I?
gonna come.
I'm literally the word.
Sing a Shirley Temple
No
song.
Shirley Temple lore. No Babes in Toyland lore.
This is
I
what
was
you need at me in your
I was
life.
thinking about this on the train because I was like, I knew you're gonna ask something in this vein. I knew it. Called it.
She
I
had
know
a
her
prep.
well. I know her well.
I
And in
have another
my
question too. It's a two-parter.
okay, great. In my head, I was like, I don't have any lore because all I was watching was Mean Girls, Legally Blonde, and Freaky Friday. Okay. I have a lot of lore with that.
Okay.
That's all. And Wizard of Oz. But we did watch the Laurel and Hardy version back in
We
2020 or
did
2021,
in
perhaps.
the pandemic.
I fell asleep.
She fell asleep.
So I did know the first like half hour
That
of that
movie
one.
is way
That's my
creepier.
lore. That one's very different.
But you fell asleep
Not
during one of the wildest parts, which is like the boogeyman
when I want to
end.
fall asleep, I'm out. Let me tell you. That's why I had no introduction to this film. So I put it on expecting something in the vein of Laurel and Hardy. And then I
You
was
get a
like,
little bit of that. There's a
this
nod to him.
is everything to me. I'm obsessed. I love it. I'm going to watch it at Christmas. Big, big fan.
I'm glad.
Love the Ray Bolger of it all.
I didn't think it would be that deep.
No, I was laughing, smiling, like just every time he came on the screen. True, like actual laughs.
I mean, he's an icon.
He's an icon. And I
Ray
love him
Bolger
as a villain. I
He got
love him as a
Count
villain.
Dracula.
And his dancing, his
the-
little thin legs,
And
his
his
little
vibrato is so forward.
his like hair curled on the
Yes,
side.
it's very twisty.
Love him. So that's my lore. That's my
The
lore.
lore began today. But if you want Mean Girls, go to her.
We balance each other out well, okay?
Well, my second question for you
Yes.
is what would you say is the Babes in Toyland banger? Like, what's the song? Because there are bangers.
The bang.
Just to, you know,
Yeah,
remind
yeah,
you.
help me.
Yeah, let me remind you. We've got obviously Mother Goose Village opening us.
Love Mother Goose
Big
Village.
Tag lemonade.
Love the lemonade moment.
We've got We Won't Be Happy Till We Get It, a bop.
I relate to the title of the song.
We've got Conrad Birdie singing us
There are a lot of Bye Bye Birdie crossovers.
Just Whisper Away.
Just
a Whisper Away with Annette Funicello. Oh my gosh.
Annette.
Back with Annette.
I love Annette.
Slowly He Sank to the Bottom of the Sea, another banger
Bad.
from our
That's
sidekick.
the tough one.
Castle in Spain is probably what we're
Gasoline?
I think that's what you might.
Is that the waterfall one? Where he's
That-
dancing with the
that's the
waterfall?
water
Yeah,
fountain.
the water fountain.
Yeah.
Not the waterfall.
Yeah.
Water fountain.
Never mind, Bo Peep isn't.
She really came to play, Bo
Yes.
Peep.
You did not like I Can't Do This.
I don't really like I Can't Do This song. It's mostly
It's a banger.
the visuals. It gave me anxiety.
It is everything we'll
Gave
get
me
into.
anxiety.
Floretta, which is the gypsy. We know that
Quote
word
unquote.
can
Yes.
have a lot of connotations with it, but they use the word gypsy a lot.
But the
in this.
dancing is fierce.
There's a gypsy performance.
Love the
There's a little
choreo.
brag moment for Floretta.
Oh, the Forest of No Return.
This is the forest of no return.
With the tree. That to me was one of the most Oz moments.
The
because
trees,
it's
yes.
trees.
Trees, yes.
Love that one.
Go to Sleep, another hit.
Sleep.
Toyland, obviously we opened with that.
Yeah.
Workshop song, Just a Toy.
March of the Toys.
March of the Toys, Tom and Mary.
Tom and Mary. That's a
So
cute
what's the
one.
banger app?
To me, what first comes to mind is Toyland,
I mean, yeah.
Toyland.
It's playing in your music box right now.
It's playing there, but of course the Ray Bolger song with the water thing. And then the trees.
Also, Rockettes would have to
Rocket.
say the March
The March of the Wooden Soldiers.
is their banger.
Crossover.
They're currently still
Their
dancing
banger.
to it. Still doing
Which I love.
iconic choreography to it, which isn't that
Connects to Vincent Minnelli.
connects to Vincent Minnelli. Look
The
at
design.
this.
The design.
And all, wow, that's really cool.
I would love to learn the choreo to that. The Rockettes one.
I think my banger,
Fellas. Miley Cyrus bangers.
my banger might be, it's
Which
either
one?
Whisper Away.
Really?
I really like Whisper Away. I really like Whisper Away.
Uh-huh.
Just a whisper.
She likes a
away.
whisper.
It's so,
She's feeling
it makes me
breathy.
feel like the Cinderella. So this is love.
Oh, cute. I got a lot of Cinderella vibes,
Yeah.
Alice in Wonderland vibes.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Strawberry.
And that Funicello is giving us a
She's
mashup.
giving us
She's
everything.
almost giving Belle Before Belle.
She's giving us Belle, especially at the end.
Cloak.
If you know, you know.
Yes, in her little snow.
There's
cloak.
even I think a made for VHS sequel to Beauty and the Beast.
Yes, which is the
With
Enchanted
the
Christmas.
the red thing. It's like the same outfit.
Yeah, so she's giving Belle Before Belle a little bit.
Belle Before Belle.
Okay, but I really do like this is the force of no return. Because the kids have the like, we will go.
It's really
on our
fun.
way. Dun, dun. Like the kids
I
are
love it.
so funny, and
The kids are hilarious.
And-
It's giving Hansel and Gretel.
I also like the Bo Peep song. Okay, I'll stop. But
She likes them all.
they're all so ridiculous.
Bo Peep.
It's giving Pirates of Penzance.
You texted last night. You're like,
blackness.
get ready for a Bo Peep
Bo
song.
Peep can sing.
She sang.
Do you know she played Dainty June opposite
She's
Rosalind
giving
Russell's
Dainty June.
Mama Rose
She's
in the televised
giving-
Gypsy?
Gypsy. Not the gypsy number from this movie.
She also played opposite Carol Channing in the Alice in Wonderland.
What? Was she Alice?
She was the other queen. No, she's too old for that.
Oh,
That was
okay.
later. That was later down the line. Girl, it's 1961 and she's 10. That was an 80s thing.
Don't quote me on this research. I didn't research that today.
She did not. She did not.
My lore is Mean Girls, okay?
But
That's all I have to say.
my lore with Babes in Toyland does go deep. I definitely grew up on both films. I remember
That's
having
amazing.
the VHS
Wow.
of the Laurel and Hardy Babes in Toyland, which is mostly known as March of the Wooden Soldiers. It goes by
Sure.
that more, I think, in a contemporary
Sure.
world, but it was called Babes in Toylands. It was produced by MGM in 1934.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I mean, it also is like, I think, a cherished Laurel and Hardy movie. Their comedy is so
Classic.
exquisite in it. They're still so funny to this day. Like watching
yeah.
them is just a treat.
Classic.
And that movie is way creepier. The Barnaby is way scary. He also walks
Well,
like
isn't
this the whole
at
time.
first he was like gonna murder people too.
Barnaby is
That was his initial plan.
Barnaby's bad in the 1961 one, but
He's more so wanting to marry.
he wants to marry, but he also the whole
And take
plan,
over. He wants to take
but
over.
Tom is dead in his plan. So it's
So he also wants to.
yes, but this Barnaby is way creepier. He's not a funny villain, which we'll actually talk
I like the
about.
comedy of it.
They-
You need the comedy.
Let me bring it up now. This is a first
bring it
connection
up.
to Wizard of Oz.
Tell us.
So Ray Bolger's Barnaby, they were really concerned, as they were with Margaret Hamilton's Wicked Witch of the West, that he was going to come off too frightening, especially in the last chapter of his work in the film, which is him attacking.
He attacks.
this
There's a whole
shrinking gun.
war.
Yes.
And he shrunk the
So they
kids.
wanted to amp up his comedy, which
Yeah.
is really interesting. That's kind of the same note. I mean, not to amp up Margaret Hamilton's comedy, but they did
But
cut.
they needed
and
to
they
make it
softened
less
a little bit.
scary.
Yes, they took out some shrieks and all that. So
Mhm.
very similar note was giving to Ray as Margaret received. So
Yeah.
they can make him a little bit more likable and goofy in it.
Okay, an Oz connection.
Yeah, but the initial Barnaby, Silas Barnaby is his name in the
Silas.
in the first one is just really horrifying. Very, very horrifying. Do you also know there was a Shirley Temple storybook, Babes in Toyland?
Yes, I do. I have the
Isn't that crazy?
rundown for you. There's
There's so many.
1903 original operetta,
Yes.
Victor Herbert.
Yes.
That's our source material.
That's our source.
Then we have the
material. And then there was a
1934.
book that was
There was a
made
book.
that looks like Dot and Trot in Maryland. The cover.
Oh,
Yes.
I'm intrigued.
So they made it, it was an operetta first, as Oz was a book first to
Yes.
to a musical extravaganza. We can't really call Wizard of
a
Oz
musical
extravaganza.
extravaganza.
And then Babes in Toyland was operetta first, book second.
Got it. Okay. 1934 film, Laurel and Hardy MGM.
Then all these adaptations.
1950s live TV versions, NBC
Yes.
specials, bunch of different
Babes in
casts.
Toyland, Disney is the first in Technicolor.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a big.
And their first like live action musical.
It paved the way for
Paved the way
Mary
for Moana
him
coming out.
today.
But then there was the
Most specifically
19
Mary Poppins.
most
You can even
specifically,
see little
the
things. that
Toy
they
Soldiers. the toy soldiers make an appearance in Mary Poppins, y'all.
They do. We were talking about the
But
toy soldiers. They're kind of still in Disney's lore.
yeah,
They're represented in holiday parades still
yeah.
to this day. They still
Spring,
have
they
a
were
lot of the
sprinkled
original
at the
props.
parks,
Well,
apparently.
apparently right after Babes in Toyland came out, they had a part of the park that represented Toyland.
Yeah.
So they were there. That's really cool.
I'm here for that. I wish I could have seen that.
So yeah, and hopefully
But
we'll get Jay's lore too. We'll
we will
insert
get Jay's lore.
Jay's lore into this as well.
So just to finish that timeline,
Yes.
and Jay will talk
Yes.
us through more, I'm sure. But yeah, then there's the 1960 TV adaptation with Shirley Temple storybook
Yes.
version.
Yes.
Then
And
there's
Brigida from Sound of Music film.
Brigida.
She's in that one.
Oh my God, we love you, Brigida.
I saw that. I was like,
We
man,
need-
Angie the part right.
When are we gonna do a Sound of Music deep dive? We need a Julie Andrews
Connect it to
deep
Oz,
dive.
babe.
I will. Don't
Connect
worry.
it to Oz, babe.
Don't
I
worry.
think Christopher Plummer also did an animated version of
Okay,
Babes in Toyland.
then there you go. That's our
That's the connection to Babes in Toyland.
Well, it's a
All right.
degree of Kevin Bacon. Then there's the 61 Disney film. Then there's the 1986 NBC TV movie Drew Barrymore, Keanu Reeves. Then there's the 1997 animated film
I think
MGM.
that might be the one Christopher Plummer is a
Really?
part of.
Okay,
Yeah.
we'll look that
Why
up.
do I think that?
I bet you're right. This is your lore,
And then
babe.
there's one with like Lacey Chabert.
No.
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Look that up.
Lacey Chabert voices in
Christopher
the
Plummer.
1997.
Yes.
And so does Christopher Plummer. That's crazy. Lacey Chabert.
I've never seen this either.
I love that.
Okay, well,
Okay,
Jay
looks
is
fun.
here.
Jay has arrived.
And we're gonna start our episode, and Jay's gonna drop us right in the history.
He's gonna help us.
Yeah, he's gonna
After
help us,
the
thank
music
God.
plays.
Here comes our music.
Here goes our music.
Here it goes. So, Jay, we're gonna jump right into walking through the history, and we can hand this right over to you.
Yeah.
And we'll like pepper in, and we have some things, but this is your lead moment
This is your
of
moment.
the episode.
Yeah, Babes in Toyland began in, I think it was, the late 1900s, before 1910, but it was basically producer Julian Mitchell's idea of what can I follow up The Wizard of Oz with?
That's right.
And here's the crazy thing. It is legally based on a horror short story. Because
Oh,
What?
a horror?
It is a horror in a weird
It's
way.
frightening.
It is a frightening
It is a frightening
fantasy.
tale.
It's
The
like your
whole-
nursery rhymes are,
Evil.
well, we have
Coming
like
to
we have,
life.
we have death with our nursery rhymes.
Murder.
Well, yeah, it was I forget the author's name. It was based on a short story called The Wondersmith.
The
And
Wondersmith.
I found this on the New York Public Library's page where they actually had a
Fierce.
copy of the script to look at.
Ooh.
But basically, someone might have claimed that Babes in Toyland was plagiarized from her story. And the producer said, no, it's based on The Wondersmith. And yeah, The Wondersmith is about a guy who makes toys who wants to bring them to life with evil souls that will attack children. So this is fun.
Terrifying, terrifying.
So yeah, this is actually straight in the original version of the play, where this is the master toy maker's whole plot of the play. He's evil in the play, original play. But here's the thing: as the musical got, kept on performing, they would change songs, alter them up, and they also started changing up the plot. Whereas I saw another script from the 1930s. They're talking about having Mickey Mouse and a Shirley Temple doll, and the toy maker is a much nicer guy. So I kind of thought that, if have you guys seen other takes on Babes in Toyland?
I grew up with the 1934 as well, the Laurel and Hardy one, which
I saw the first 20 minutes.
she
Yeah,
fell asleep.
and
I tried to
how-
introduce her.
Basically, it's a totally different story.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
But what's
kind of
going
like the Oz of it all too, how Oz just evolves from like the silent films to the MGM. Like it's the same kind of thing.
So I kind of took it as that it's less about following a set story and more making an entertainment for what audiences want at the time.
Good
So that's
point,
why
Jay.
there's like,
Same characters-ish.
Right.
yeah,
It
you'll see
morphs.
all these different versions in TV, film, picture books. I have a couple on records, and
Cool.
all different takes on the story, all different somewhere. Basically the main character who keeps it all together is Barnaby, which 1961,
Yes,
Played by-
villain.
our boy Ray Boger, who is
Our
having so
boy!
much fun.
Woo!
Yes.
He's having a
In his late 50s,
blast.
he's looking fly.
Just living with his long legs.
The 1934 movie, Oliver Hardy, he had previously been in a slapstick film adaptation of The Wizard of Oz.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Playing the Tin Man.
yeah.
Obsessed.
We have the Shirley Temple TV version,
Yes.
Yes.
and that one
Yes.
actually has cameos of Jack Pumpkinhead and the soldier with the green
Oh my
whiskers. So,
gosh.
That is
No way.
phenomenal.
That's crazy.
Good pull on that. Yes. Like it's so
so,
Love
funny
it.
that Shirley Temple's also connected to Babes in Toyland as well.
So is
and
The
then
Mickey
if,
Rooney in
and
a 2003 Rainbow Puppet Productions.
Mickey
He
Rooney,
played the
ooh,
toy
always
maker.
somewhere. He would be a good toy
He'd be a
maker.
great
It
toy
makes
maker.
sense. It's like the wizard.
He's always there. He's
He's the wizard
always
of Babes.
there.
and
Yeah.
if you have either of you seen the one with Keanu Reeves and Drew Barrymore from the
I
1980s?
I have not.
I saw it as a long time ago as a
Now I want to
kid, and
watch.
I didn't like it because I really liked this was my favorite one. The
You're
1961
like,
was
what's
my
that?
favorite.
Not
Yeah, I
fan.
wasn't a fan. I did not like it. I didn't like how it looked.
Sure.
It felt like an 80s mall.
We don't love an 80s mall today.
But I think you guys can tell what the Oz connection there might be, considering that girl gets involved in an accident during inclement weather, finds herself in a
Ah,
magical world where there are characters who look like people she met in in our world.
so
Fantasy adventure
Right.
about self-empowerment. Woo!
there
Yeah,
we go.
this one is very vague in my brain.
They're so
Yeah,
cute though, Drew and Keanu. Oh my God.
So cute.
I'm
yeah.
dead. I love it.
There's
The
also
dog
a
pound.
90s one that's animated. The thing I
Yes.
the thing I that really kind of gets people about the one from the 80s and one from the 90s is that they have the song Toyland. They use the tune March of the Toys. All
Hmm.
of the other songs are gone. There's no other songs from the original musical.
Interesting.
The 80s were not
Um,
known for their movie musicals.
Nope, nope.
Not really
so
known for
something
that.
that might come up now and then, probably as we're talking about the Disney one, is that Disney they didn't get rid of the songs, but they rewrote the lyrics and often changed the orchestrations.
Yes.
So some of the songs don't quite exactly have equivalents. For example, Just a Whisper Away
My
Your
favorite.
is
favorite
a
song?
slowed down version of a song called Hail to Christmas from the original
It's kind of
with
cool what they
totally
did.
Hail
new
to
lyrics.
Christmas.
It's kind of cool what they did. They looked at the original score and they tried to contemporize it.
I like that. I'm
Yeah.
here
So
for that.
yeah, yeah. So the original song Toyland kind of gets sung as a soft, almost lullaby song, but then they
Toyland,
turn it into a marching
Toyland.
song in the
Yes.
Disney version. So that's what it
Yes.
is.
Is what it is.
I'm just gonna say though, there's one thing we haven't had like a film or TV version of Babies in Toyland since the '90s.
I
Someone get on
know.
that.
Someone get
Someone, I'm
on
ready.
that.
Let's do
I
it.
know it really has faded away
Let's
a
go.
bit to obscurity. Not as much as the Bluebird.
Faded away too obscure.
Not as much as the
Yeah.
Bluebird, but it
Yeah, I
has
feel like
faded.
it's
I
a
still think,
Christmas tradition.
you know, when I was doing just general research last night, I did stumble upon a lot of community theater productions, a lot of
Yes,
children's productions. So it's still very much in the rotation
definitely.
for kids to be doing. I wonder what that looks like. Like, I wonder what version of the story that is. It's probably closer to the
Right.
Disneys from what I'm understanding.
That feels more commercial.
But yeah, we were talking about how it's just so wild that this whole, like the Disney, the operetta connections, it just how this all lined up for how Babes in Toyland came to happen. But
Oh,
just to
yeah.
bring up a little bit of the Disney history now. So in 1954, Disney secured the rights to, I want to say 11 out of the 14 Oz books. It took a little bit more time for them to get Dorothy and the Wizard for whatever reason.
Interesting.
This is all before they were in public domain, obviously. And they were really hoping that this was their time to cash in on an Oz project. Walt was still alive. This was a dream project of his.
Yeah.
And he, of course, going back in time, he really wanted the rights back in the 30s after Snow White, but obviously he didn't get those. Those went to MGM. So they started to plan a later Oz book adaptation that they named The Rainbow Road to Oz, which we've talked about before. I believe it's an episode on our Patreon. We do a whole Disney and Oz deep dive, and this is a really cool Oz lore because it's on-made Oz lore. So they had this two-part TV episode special to kind of go after the world of color type of a thing when that was a huge thing to be the later Oz books starring the Mickey Mouse Club. And this would have been the heyday of Annette Funicello. But that whole project got scrapped, which we talk about more in that episode and why that got scrapped. And this is right around the time, like 1957, right around the time when Wizard of Oz is now playing annually every single year on television. And that kind of, I think, scared Walt a little bit into maybe having their own take on Oz. An Oz that honestly resembles more of a Candyland
Very Candy,
than
Candy
like the
Rock
Oz.
Mountain.
Yeah, yes, which we'll talk about too. So they scrapped this Oz project, but they had already made sets, which apparently a lot of the sets are recycled into Babes in Toyland, which is
That
so
makes
wild.
sense.
They pause it on the Oz, but they press play on Babes in Toyland because Walt at this time is itching to do a live movie musical adaptation. He hasn't done it yet. Live actors. The wig that Annette Funicello wears in Rainbow Road to Oz is actually her wig
Her
from
wig?
Mary Quake and Cherry. Yes.
Ozma's wig?
Yes. Yes. Walt's
That's
Oh yeah.
studio daughter,
weird.
as she was known. Walt's studio
That
daughter.
feels right. That feels right.
Yeah.
Yes. And also, so initially, before they even decided that Babes in Toyland should be what they adapt into this musical movie, it was going to be an attraction at
I'm here
Disneyland.
for that. I'm
Yeah,
here for
very much
that.
in the way that they were thinking about Rock Candy Mountain, which was also
Mm-hmm.
going to be this attraction that featured Ozma's birthday within it.
Oh,
Again, featuring later Oz characters because they really wanted to cash in on that. But all this is very much still unmade and it lives in like sketches. You could find some sketches of these things, which is really, really fun. So that's where all of this begins. They decide to do Babes in Toyland. We obviously get Ray Bolger as the biggest crossover, taking us into the world of Oz as our
yes.
villain, which is so exciting. We already talked about earlier, Jay, how he was given notes to tone down the scariness of his character, very much like Margaret Hamilton was given notes to tone down the scariness, or they cut things around. Also, another fun connection is Babes in Toyland had such successful merchandise, very much in the vein of Oz too, especially their little golden books. Like they're so
It's
just
perfect for
it's
that.
of that
Yeah,
time, which
that
is
goes
so
well.
so great. But yeah, that's a little bit about how this film came to be out of an unmade Oz project for Disney. And just to put us at the
Wow.
time of 1961 for Oz, this is when Tales of the Wizard of Oz, the We're Three Lost Souls, oh me, oh my. That's when that was playing
Such
on
fun.
air. That was a Rankin and Bass production with Crawley Films. The second animated series by the studio and the first by Rankin and Bass to feature traditional animation. Pretty cool. And also, just so you know the feel of this musical, what was really hot in 1961 was How to Succeed in Business Without Really Trying.
Yes,
You
love
have
it.
Carnival, you have Sail Away, you have Milk and Honey. You still got on Broadway West Side Story, which you can see in some of the choreography, The Music Man. And I feel such a connection to Tom, to like a Conrad Birdie
Yes.
like style singing from Bye Bye Birdie. So you have that going on
You
as well.
gotta
So
be
just a little bit about the history. I was also joking with the composer Victor Herbert, who was hired to do this music back by the same company who produced the musical Oz Extravaganza. He is burnt in my brain because of my musical theater history class that I took in college with my BFA. He's credited to writing the first true American operetta in 1910, which is Naughty Marietta.
Naughty
The way I could
Marietta.
quote that is
We
just
know
so
all about it.
I mean, I don't even know what Naughty Marietta is
You
about.
should
I can
watch.
tell you 1910 Naughty Marietta, Victor Herbert. I could tell you that any day. But honestly, like these songs live on from this operetta. We were saying, like Jay earlier, like it's a song you hear in a toy box now. Like even
Yeah.
if you're not hearing it anywhere else,
Our music box, yeah.
or when you go to see the Radio City Music Christmas
Yeah,
Spectacular,
the
you'll
Rockette.
get it. You'll get it.
There.
But did we fall down any rabbit holes with any creatives, cast members of this 1961 good old time?
Well, I did send you guys a link to a video where Annette is talking
Annette.
about,
Annette.
yeah, how she got into really being Disney's first. Recently, they've done like a lot where they've had kids on Nickelodeon on Disney Channel shows become singers and all that, but and that was really the first one. It was like she was doing a
The
serial
crossover queen.
on the Mickey Mouse Club, and she was supposed to sing this funny little song about a girl wanting to fall in love called "How Will I Know My Love." She sings
How
it,
will I know?
and the Disney studio gets tons of letters saying, "We want to buy this
Let
release
her
as a
sing.
single."
Yes.
And
Wow.
Walt Disney comes up to her and says, "People want this as a single," and that's like, well, my voice can only do like three notes. I don't really sing, and he's like, uh. You're getting a record deal. You're singing.
You're
Which
getting a
she
record
it
deal.
is like you could hear like she's a little like a bit of a tentative singer, but it works. Like she has
It
such a
works for the
gentle
character.
quality. It's really sweet. And I read
Hmm.
something where he was obsessed, Walt was obsessed with Teresa Brewer, who I love. I grew up on Teresa Brewer. A lot of people don't know who she
I
is.
don't know who she is.
She opted to have a family life
Okay.
when she was
She
starting
said
to
ta
take
ta.
off. She was like, I don't want to do this anymore. She really like pulled herself out of probably being a household name, to be honest with you. But
Mm.
she had like it's very much like a more polished Annette kind of sound. So they took Teresa's sound and gave that like they had Annette kind
Interesting.
of take on her qualities,
Sure.
but Teresa's a more trained singer
Yeah.
than Annette
Got it.
was.
So what they did to make Annette sound better was that she would sing the song, and then they would have her listen to it through headphones and try to match as best they could. Then they would mix those two tracks together, put a little bit of
You
reverb
could
on
hear
it,
it. You could hear
and
it.
that's the Annette sound.
The Annette sound.
The
It
Annette
took someone.
sound.
Right there in Babes in Toyland as well.
Yeah, you could hear it. She sounds flawless. Like
She does
it does sound
lovely.
very supported.
So yeah.
She's trained.
Um,
The Annette sound.
just gonna say that if you want to read more about Annette, she did do release a memoir back in the 90s called "Dream is a Wish Your Heart Makes." So
Aw, that's
yeah,
cute.
She is like the Disney Golden Girl,
She really
really,
is.
truly.
yeah.
And would have been our Princess Ozma, just
She
to
would
say
be
the role that she was supposed to be in the Rainbow Road to Oz, which
the Ozma wig.
would have been before Shirley Temple's storybook.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would have been before that, before her
Shirley was
storybook adaptation.
1960.
Yeah, so
Hmm.
she would have been the
The
first
first
televised Ozma.
Ozma.
She kind of was in a way
You
because
can still
it's
see
hinted
it.
at, but you don't really know who she's supposed to be unless you are an
Right.
Oz nerd
Yeah.
watching that because she's very quiet
Yeah.
in that little preview. Because there was, forgot to mention this, there was a preview of Rainbow Road to Oz that was on the Wonderful World of Color. And so you got to see some of the numbers
Hmm.
that they were working on.
Which is so fun.
Yes, very fun. We're obsessed with the Rainbow Road to Oz theme song. It's a lot of fun.
Up we
Ah, there you go. It's very
go.
sweet. And you could kind of hear some of the crossovers into Babes in Toyland, like same kind of style.
Hmm.
That Disney, classic Disney choir 1960s style. Feels very much like Cinderella,
Yeah.
the film Cinderella. Yeah, yeah.
Well, my little rabbit hole, Mr. Ray Bolger and his appearance on the Backstage Party episode, which I'll link.
The
It's on
backstage party
YouTube.
is so cute
It's so cute.
to promote the film.
Promote the film. Walt is there. He's like, "Oh, hello, let me show you. We're tearing down the sets, but I could show you some stuff." And we get to see Annette. We get my favorite part, obviously, is we get to see Ray, and she's like, "Will you please do your dance for us that you're famous for?" He's like, "Yes, it's a dance that only I know how to do." But meanwhile, he has a whole chorus that like ensemble that does the dance with him. He's very silly. He's got his little ukulele. He does his old soft shoe dance. And all of the different sets are there. All the trees are there. People are in their costumes. There's just like a whole fun party, dancing, singing, doing things outside of the actual film to promote it. And it's so adorable. I'm obsessed.
It's very
It's
sweet.
very, very
Ray
cute.
was coming off of the coattails of his variety show he had.
Yes, the Ray Bolger
Where's
show.
Raymond?
And Where's Raymond?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think it was Where's Raymond first, and then
Where's
it
Ray?
became like the
Yeah.
Ray Bolger show.
ABC sitcom Where's Raymond 1953 to 54, and then the Ray Bolger show 54 to
Yeah,
55. And from what I know, it had been 7 years since he'd appeared in an actual film. He's 57 at the time. So, and I think Ray was specifically someone they were like, we want him in this movie.
and then they would a couple years after this have him do the Scarecrow of Oz Disney recorded
Mm.
album because they were also
Yeah.
making the Oz Disney records. Jay, you
Yeah.
probably know more about
Yeah.
that
Please
than
tell
Oh
us.
I
yeah,
do.
yeah. They had the rights to the Oz books, but since it was a lot cheaper to do an adaptation and record it out as a record, they went ahead and did that. It's also interesting to note that Ray Bogle also did a series of L. Frank Baum stories for
Right.
Caveman Records. So there's like at least five
He's
records out
living in
there
this
that have them
nostalgia.
reading Oz stories on them, and well, it's a fun time. Although, it kind of annoyed me that when they did Queen 60 of X, they literally chopped the story in half. So it's like,
Mm.
where's the ending?
It's a bummer. What's happening? How does it end?
Makes sense, makes
Yeah.
sense.
Mm.
Yeah,
So
so
good.
that's also really cool too. Like those Disney record albums sound very much in the same
Yeah.
time era of
Oh
Babes in
yeah.
Toyland too. So there's really cool connections. Probably a lot of crossovers between who were playing in the orchestra and who were singing in the choral arrangement.
Yeah.
And it was one of those that was my first exposure to the Disney version because my dad had a record that tied in with the Disney Babes in Toyland. So I was like looking at the
Cool.
pictures and everything and then listening to the album. It wasn't a soundtrack album. It was like a cast of people specifically singing it for the album. So it wasn't Annette on there or anyone else.
Oh
But
wow. It was like a studio cast.
yeah, it was a studio cast
That
one. But
also
Interesting.
is so interesting that they did that a lot.
Yeah.
That's really neat
I
though.
love
So you
it.
discovered Babes in Toyland through record
yeah.
first?
That feels
That's really
that
fun.
feels so Jay.
Yeah,
I love
that is
that.
so what a cool end to this world.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure like
Cool.
my parents bought the VHS when I had the chicken pox. I watched
Oh,
The March of the Wooden
it's like a
Soldiers
chicken pox.
1934, but not this one. I can't remember when this one was introduced. The 1934 one I watched in rotation with Peter Pan starring
Yes,
Lauren,
of course.
which
They go
that
hand
also
in
feels
hand.
in this world
Yeah.
too.
Yep.
A little bit earlier,
Mhm.
mid 50s for the Peter Pan, Mary Martin.
Yeah.
So cool. Love, you know, I'm obsessed with
Tell us.
Tommy Sands, who plays
Love Tommy
Tom.
Sands.
Um,
He's so fierce.
he was married to Nancy Sinatra for
Whoa.
5 years, and then they got a divorce, and he really didn't work again, and he blames it on
Oh,
Frank. Who,
shoot.
man, if that man was alive today, he's being played nonstop in this city right now with the Knicks winning.
Dun,
It's
dun,
incredible.
dun, dun.
But I was like, oh my God, he
Wait,
credits his
that's
career going downhill
wild.
to his divorce from
5-year
Nancy
marriage to
Sinatra
Nancy.
and thinking he was like blacklisted.
I bet Frank was like, "You're out.
But something
You're
fun,
done."
something fun. Him and Annette were a little bit of a pair in this time too. They were using them for
Oh.
not in life
Okay.
in Disney.
In film.
Yeah, the
Gotcha.
Parent Trap song is them.
Wait, that's funny.
Straighten up the mess with togetherness.
Wait,
That's
that's
them
cute. Well, they
singing that
have great chemistry.
with the
I
Sherman
do love them
Brothers.
together.
They're very cute.
Yeah.
I like him. I think he's adorbs. I had
He's
a
a
crush on the
sweetheart.
other Tom Tom a little bit more, who's in the 1934, but
Ah.
I do like some Tommy Sands. And I also was reading about Tommy Kirk, who plays
Ooh.
Grumio.
He's cute.
This is in his Wikipedia. Kirk's career
Yeah.
with Disney ended when news of his homosexuality threatened to become public.
That's so horrible.
Boo! He
That's
struggled with drug
horrible.
addiction and depression for several years. Ugh. This
Oh,
poor man, appearing in a series of low-budget films before leaving the acting business in the mid-1970s, he had a carpet cleaning business, which of course,
whoa.
get it,
Make that
and
money.
lived a mostly ordinary life, occasionally appearing at fan conventions. He died in
Wow.
Las Vegas at the age of 79 in 2021. So it's pretty recently, but he
Yeah.
was a Disney star. The kid who played Grumio. He was in Swiss Family Robinson, Old Yeller. He was in The
Wow.
Misadventures of Merlin Jones, The Absent-Minded Professor. So many films. He was just kind of knocking them out one after the other. And that makes me sad that it feels like because of his sexuality.
Yeah. It says
His
he came
career.
out in
He-
74. I mean, that's a hard time to
Yeah.
come up.
We see you, Tommy
Yeah.
Kirk. Everyone's name is Tom.
Tom and
Tommy Sands, Tommy Kirk,
We
Tom
love you all.
So many times. So many times.
Wow.
Yeah. I thought it was really interesting to hear about these
Yeah.
guys. And of course,
Totally.
we didn't say another big thing. Edwin,
Edwin.
who was rumored to
Love
be
him.
in consideration for the Wizard in MGM's Wizard of Oz,
Mhm.
possibly turned it down. That's like a rumor.
Rumors.
Yeah, he thought the role was too small for him.
Too small. But this toy maker, just right.
Love the toy maker.
Just
This
right.
one is perfect.
I mean, Edwin is an icon.
Alice in Wonderland. Mary
Yes.
Poppins.
Who did he do?
The
Who did
Edwin
he do in
Show.
Alice in Wonderland?
He is the Mad Hatter.
Master.
The Mad Hatter.
I love him so much in Alice in Wonderland.
So good.
And also, yeah, iconically Mary Poppins, the laughing song on the
The
ceiling.
laughing song.
But he also has an Academy Award.
He has an Academy
The
Award.
Diary of Anne
Are we
Frank.
joking?
That's
Best supporting actor.
He had a show too, the Edwin Show.
Yes, he did.
You know what?
Born in Philly.
That's my favorite thing. Like the actors of that
Give
time.
us a show.
I had a show.
The Jay Davis Show.
The Jay Davis Show. The Judy Garland Show.
It works.
The Doris Day
It
Show.
works.
But it's one of my favorite things. But yeah,
When I see him in a movie, I'm like, I feel comfort.
He's really funny in
I'm
this.
comforted.
He is the Wizard of Oz
Yes,
in this role.
exactly.
Also, kind of an abusive relationship with Grumio. We'll get
I
into
feel
it.
bad for
Yeah,
Grumio.
poor Grumio.
Yeah, it's not going well.
Poor Grumio. But also, just to mention our
So good.
director for a moment,
Yes.
John Donahue was mostly known for directing on the Frank Sinatra Show, the Colgate Comedy Hour,
Mm-hmm.
the Dean Martin Show. So he was very much from the musical variety show era, which you can see, like the fact that we kind of open on a traditional stage is
Yeah,
unique, and I think that's a nod to
I
his
love it.
prior work. But he has such a cool career. Just to shout out a couple things for John Donahue, the director. He began his career in the 1920s as a dancer and choreographer for the Ziegfeld Follies, and this is all because he broke his leg when he was working as an iron worker, and doctors
Whoa.
suggested that he exercise, just try some dancing to strengthen his broken limbs. He did, and then he just got a job with Ziegfeld Follies in 1927
That's
because that's what happens when you're
That's how it
recovering
works.
from an injury. You just get a job with
That's how
Ziegfeld.
you get that job.
And then he became pretty prominent on the vaudeville circuit. And then he went to Hollywood and he directed Shirley Temple, which is so wild. Another
Cool.
fun connection there. And he made his film directing debut in 1948 with a film called Close Up, which is well known because it is the first film shot completely in New York City. Isn't that wild?
Really?
It's a weird
I love
fact.
that.
I love that. So I just
Okay.
want to shout out the director, John Donahue, because I never had heard anything else that he had done.
Yeah. Yeah.
And Annette does say in an interview I watched with her, this is one of her most favorite filming experiences. And you could kind of
Feels
sense
correct.
that from the backstage party, even though it's still very scripted. This
It's
backstage
so
party is not
scripted. It's so cute,
you know,
though.
it's not them improvising. They like Annette very much is following a script on that.
Yes.
They all look like they genuinely are having a really good time.
Yes.
It feels
I want to hang out there.
this feels like
It looks
such
fun.
a 1960s Broadway musical. It really does. The whole to-do of it all.
I loved it.
Shall we
Big fan.
do our bullets and get into the
Let's
film?
do our bullets.
Is it
Jay, do you
the
want to
way?
kick us off?
Okay. All right. So, I did manage to pull off three of them somehow summarizing the whole film, but let's see.
Incredible.
All right. Point one. Wicked Barnaby seeks to break up engaged Mary, quite contrarian Tom Piper by having Tom kidnapped and stealing the sheep that Mary's charged Bo keeps
This is speed.
force Mary to marry him. Point two. However, Tom is alive and Barnaby is exposed as a fraud, but the children Mary cares for have wandered off into the forest and no return to find the sheep, leading
Oh,
them and Tom,
subplot.
Mary, and Barnaby to Toyland. Point three. With Mary, Tom, and the children's help, the toymaker hopes to make his quota by Christmas, when an invention by assistant Grumio gives Barnaby a nasty idea of how to get rid of Tom, leaving a tiny Tom to lead the toys in a final charge against Barnaby. Woo!
Woo!
That was so good.
Well
Thank you,
done.
Thank you,
Lightning
Lightning.
speed. Mine are also lightning speed.
Okay.
But also,
that's
before I
good.
forget, I wanted to shout out Tom Mahoney, our choreographer.
Oh, yes, please. I realized I
Choreographer.
didn't
He's
say-
from
I
Minneapolis.
didn't like thank you.
He was a choreographer on several TV variety shows. He was choreo on Mickey Mouse Club 1955. And it says that he was responsible for making the dancing aimed at a young teen audience rather than preteens. So it's a little more mature. There's boy-girl dancing.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Dancing.
Whoa. And then he continued to work for Disney at Babes in Toyland 1961. He also choreographed Annette's dancing in one of her beach party movies, Bikini Beach 1964. But I just love his choreography.
Yeah,
and that
it's
was like
really
my
good.
biggest surprise of the film was like how much dancing
The
there
choreo
was.
is stunning. It's
So,
well done.
We love you, Tom.
Like Tony Award.
Tony Award
Yes, Tony Award winning.
winning. Okay, here's my bullets. Here we go.
Lightning.
Tom Piper and Mary Contrary are in love. They are due to be married. I wish I chose her wedding dress before buying my own.
The
But guess
blue.
what? Ray Bolger, love of my life, is a villain. Barnaby, top hat and all, who dances with water fountains, beautifully
heels.
in heels and skinny pants, but also wants to rule over Toyland and force Mary to marry him instead of Tom. Bullet 2. The toymaker and his assistant, Grumio, have a new invention made by Grumio, all credit to him, even though he's just the assistant, as the toymaker keeps reminding him.
Abusive.
Okay. Who has invented a machine to create dolls, as well as an invention to shrink items down to Honey, I Shrunk the Kids
Yeah.
size.
Yes, probably gave them the idea.
Yeah, they're like, you know what? Let's do it. Once Barnaby discovers this, he forces the toymaker and Grumio to help him in his nefarious ways and ends up shrinking Tom and everyone else. Bullet 3, everyone's trapped. Mary is frightened. Barnaby says, let us pussyfoot, and carries out his final plan in the grand finale using an army of toys to fight and take over Toyland. However, Tom is ready with a plan and fights back, eventually tossing Barnaby into what looks like a little jack-in-the-box box. He's trapped. Toyland is saved, and Mary and Tom get married in the cutest little winter snow wedding I've ever seen. Happily ever after.
Happily ever after.
Beautiful.
Okay.
Beautiful.
All right. I'm not speedy, but I promise humor.
Give us the
I
details
promise
and the
you.
humor.
Bullet point number one. Look, it's L. Frank Baum's first children's book hits, Mother Goose and her main goosey, Sylvester,
Oh.
welcoming us to Mother Goose Village. In It's a Small World come to life, where lemonade is all the rage, and a wedding is taking place between young lovers, Mary Mary Quite Contrary and Tom Piper. All seems to be fine and dandy until we shift up the scheming miser's mountain to a crooked house with a crooked man, Barnaby Zaddy Ray Bolger, hacking a
Zaddy.
plan with his hired hands, Gonzorgo and Rodrigo, aka the Laurel and Hardy of this film,
Yes.
to number one, kidnap Tom, number two, throw him in the sea, and number three, steal the sheep. Bo Peep is Mary's younger sister, so that Barnaby can wed Mary for her money instead. So after a whispery love duet in Mary's garden, you better croon Tom. Gonzorgo and Rodrigo succeed in smacking Tom on the head with a mallet, but make a change in the plan. Instead of throwing him to the sea, they decide to make a double deal and sell Tom to the gypsy camp nearby. But they sell the story of Tom's drowning the next morning to a very distraught Mary and all her siblings. The news of the sheep, they've disappeared to the forest of no return. No,
Not the
packs
sheep.
another punch. Mary's family's only livelihood. Mary does some quick girl math and soon realizes she cannot support 5 children even in this fairy tale economy and decides to wed Barnaby. Bullet point number 2. Barnaby decides to wake up the whole Mother Goose village to announce their nuptials, and surprise, has hired the gypsies as entertainment to also win over the townsfolk. The same gypsies who apparently bought Tom and taught them their routine in less than 24 hours. Tom is in disguise as a caravan crone meets Professor Marvel of sorts, then drops the drag and reveals that he's still alive to Mary's astonished happiness. But guess what? While all this was happening, Mary's siblings decided to go look for the sheep in the forest of no return because they couldn't bear to see their sister Mary Barnaby. Tom and Mary go to look for them with Barnaby, Rodrigo, and Gonzorgo on their heels. They ain't cutting their losses yet. Final bullet point. In the forest of no return, the children are captured by the Tiki Room meets Wizard of Oz apple trees, but found quickly by Mary and Tom, who at first don't believe the kids when they say the trees talk, but are startled to see it's indeed true. The trees leading them to the toy maker as trespassers, which actually excites everyone. They are dropped off at the gates of the toy maker's elaborate shop to only find an arguing toy maker and his assistant Grumio, very abusive relationship, and their continued trial of failed inventions, but volunteer to help make toys so the toy maker can make his deadline. But Barnaby gets his hands on a shrinking gun invention and starts to shrink the toy maker, Tom, and even his sidekicks, who no longer want anything to do with Barnaby. He tries to force a marriage on the spot to Mary, but little Tom is able to rally the wooden soldiers to battle, eventually shrinking Barnaby and capturing him in a toy box. Everyone's miniature status, minus Barnaby's, we don't really know what happens to Barnaby, is reversed by Grumio's newest invention. Hooray! Tom and Mary have a shook snow globe Christmas card kind of wedding and fly off into the sky like Danny and Sandy in Greece. The end.
Danny and Sandy.
The end.
Oh my God, so good.
Oh my gosh. Well, shall we pussyfoot?
Shall we push it?
Shall we lurk?
Let's lurk through the snow.
So I forgot to mention this. So while we were on tour with Sister Act, one of my dear friends on the tour, her name is Jenny Boone. She was obsessed with this movie. And
Yes, you
we
guys would say
watched
this
it
all the
on the
time.
bus. Yes, I revisited it while I was doing Sister Act. And we used to say all the time during like sound check or backstage, we'd be like, come, let us pussyfoot. And then we would walk. It's just so funny. That's
When he said that, I was like, there it is.
That's the line.
The Lord.
That's my favorite line.
Lord.
Like that's our hello,
Hello, Angela.
from this
Of it all.
Correct.
Well, I love the beginning with this beautiful credits and like the pages turning, of course, in classic Disney fashion, and we get
Beautiful.
their names with their little headshots. I'm
Beautiful.
obsessed with it. It's so cute.
Beautiful. Yeah, I love the framing of the flowers too. It's great.
Yeah.
And like also just like noting, like I love when it says matte artist and
Oh,
I'm
we
always like, I
love
love
a
a
matte
matte artist. So
artist.
good.
We open with our goose.
Yes, Iskanari
I literally thought the same thing. I was like, Iskanari is here.
from Gregory Maguire's World of Oz. He's really sassy. Sylvester is a real good time. He has like a lot of the the punchline to the jokes
Yeah.
throughout this, and he's
Yes.
kind of always saying what everyone's thinking, and Mother Goose is like, Sylvester.
Sylvester, how dare you?
Yes, but he also reveals Mother Goose's weight really early.
Rude.
It's
I would
very
be
rude
offended.
in this moment, but I love her voice. Mother Goose's voice is so dreamy.
She's
She's
adorbs.
got such a great speaking voice. We meet Mother Goose and Sylvester. They basically invite us to come to the
Come on
wedding.
this story. Come to the
Yes.
wedding.
Any thoughts?
You're invited.
Any thoughts about this opening number, Mother Goose Village into lemonade, the hit beverage of the town? Any thoughts here about what you loved to see in this set? Anything we want to shout out?
I mean, I kind of love that they had. I mean, I think one of my favorite things was seeing the Simple Simon and the candlestick jumping trick.
Yes,
Because,
Yes.
all the
All
characters,
the
the
characters
nursery
are
rhyme
here.
characters, yes, getting bits.
This is a dream.
The windmill too, I love.
The pumpkin, the
The
full
shoe,
shoe, the
yes.
like pitcher of milk. Obsessed.
Yes, it's a really beautiful set. It kind of feels like Toontown meeting Fantasyland.
Toontown.
Like
It's
if they
giving
had a baby.
Schmigadoon on Broadway currently.
I said it's a small world.
Small
Little
world.
gardens. Yes.
The costumes are gorge.
Yes. Or it's giving also, I feel like I wore this costume, like literally that costume right there when I did the producers.
For sure.
Springtime for Hitler. It's giving that.
It's giving that.
It's giving a lot of fun vibes.
No, this just was so adorable.
We also meet, I want to give a little Oz nod. We meet Bo Peep,
Mhm.
and all of her sheep are rainbow colors, which I was
Ah,
like, that feels
sheep of a
very
different
horse of a
color.
different color inspired. No? No?
I'm here for it.
Okay.
I'm here with
I
it.
felt it.
Ah!
That's a fun idea. Why is there a multicolor?
I don't
Why
know.
haven't there?
And
I'm
the
like,
sheep don't come
why isn't
back.
this in an Oz book yet?
And also, Jay, what happens to the sheep?
Yeah, where do they go? We're
Lose
very
track
concerned.
of the sheep. I don't think they ever find them. Maybe Sheep Stealer from Game of Thrones, from House of Dragons, takes those sheep. Jay made a sad face because that would be very sad. But where are they? The sheep are missing.
It's like a big plot point at one point.
And then they drop it. They drop it.
Yeah.
It's like
No.
I remember the record album does tell you what happens to Barnaby, but it doesn't tell you what happens to the
What
sheep.
happens to Barnaby? Tell
At the
us.
end.
Yeah, we don't really know what happens to
Right, because he
Barnaby.
just gets thrown in that
He's the
box, but
box.
he's definitely alive.
He's in a cage with Sylvester.
With Sylvester.
Sylvester.
Is Sylvester
Why is
torturing him?
Sylvester in the cage?
I mean, he's probably just telling him jokes, and that's torture enough.
And he's like, oh my God.
Oh my God.
This is a lot.
Yeah, they have some beef throughout the whole.
This is a lot.
We do get this beautiful Tom and Mary entrance that this is all
Adorable.
leading up to. Gorgeous choreography. All like what Jay was
Love the choreo.
the whole thing with the Simple Simon balancing plates. That's the
Love
most
balancing
fun.
play thing.
Super cool. Jack be nimble, Jack be quick, like all of that fun stuff. And we get, like we were saying, she very much looks like Belle before Belle.
Well, Alice in
Alice in
Wonderland,
Wonderland.
some
We're into her
Cinderella
colors.
hair. Yeah.
Yes.
The blue.
Also dead at the end of this number, the button, Sylvester's just chugging lemonade. It's so good. Like a little.
I also love Tom and Mary. They end like cheek to cheek. You have to end a musical number cheek to cheek.
It's so like lovers pose.
Yes.
Yeah, I love it.
100%.
It's giving. There
But-
were bells on a hill.
But I was astounded. Again, this was my first time watching the film, and imagine my shock when this is the opening number.
It's a good opening.
I said, hello, Broadway.
Is it not? Is it not?
Wild.
But of course, we have to introduce the sinister
villain.
side, a villain. Right away, we kind of go up to
The
this
view of his
haunted
house.
mansion.
I'm obsessed.
Casper the ghost, right?
Casper the not friendly guy.
Yes, yes, his
His
telescope.
telescope.
He's spying on the townspeople. It's like
He's the
very
Grinch.
Grinch. Yeah, it's very Grinch.
Yeah, he's up on the hill.
He's giving so many different villain archetypes.
So many, all of
And
them.
he breaks the fourth wall too. He talks right at us like Mother Goose did, which is great. And he
I love that.
basically just confesses his plan. He doesn't
Here's what I'm
hide
gonna do.
the fact that he has malicious things up his sleeve. He wants money. He has these Horace and Jasper like sidekicks that are hilarious. Again, giving the Laurel and Hardy of it all.
Yeah,
And
I do have some thoughts here. The Gonzalo and Rodrigo, they were all the way back in the original, and
correct, they are in the
I almost
original.
wonder that if it's a comedic duo because
Yes.
comedic duo, Wizard of Oz, Scarecrow, and
Fred
Tin Man.
Stone and Dave Martin.
Yes,
Yes.
yes,
I think do
yes.
these characters
point,
actually owe
Jay.
their existence to the Scarecrow and Tin Man because
Oh, interesting.
Nice point, Jay. I think so.
Interesting.
I think that's very fair to say.
well, one of them is a little gruff, and one of them is kind of silly, kind of like kind of like which is a little echoey of Laurel and Hardy, although Stan Laurel didn't really do the whole silent thing, but
No
you almost
silent thing,
wonder
yes.
is the whole idea of one's very silly, one's kind of a little more
Yeah.
gruff. Is that
Mm-hmm.
inspired by the Scarecrow and Tin Man being heartless and brainless? So
I
maybe.
like that.
I like
It
that
also feels like
crossover.
Doc and Dopey also, like a little bit. Like
Yeah.
they're two characters. We have one who's kind of leading the charge.
Yes.
That's
Henry
that's
Calvin.
Rodrigo, right? Or no,
No.
Gonzorgo.
Gonzorgo
Gonzorgo leads the
leads.
charge.
Gene
Like, I
Sheldon
mean,
plays Rodrigo, and he,
Adorable, the
to
face.
me, they reminded me of Penn and Teller, the magicians, because,
I was thinking that they kind of do
right?
Penn and Teller, yeah,
Teller, Rodrigo
do
looks like Teller, who is usually in their act. He's like the mute one. He's
yeah.
like more silent.
Yeah, I was actually
That's
thinking
my,
That's not a thing anymore. Like these kinds of acts, you
right,
know what I mean?
right.
I kind of miss them.
I
They're
know.
really sweet. Like they have so many fun bits that would never happen
So many
today
fun
in
bits.
anything. It kind of like it does halt the forward motion, but they're so
It's
fun.
worth it. Yeah, it's like an old school.
Yeah, I really appreciate it.
Yeah.
So yeah, we get to meet them and they're absolute delights.
Mm-hmm.
And we
yeah.
get the whole plan, the whole kidnap Tom, throw him in the sea,
Steal the
steal the
sheep.
sheep. And he hypnotizes them. At first, they're like we need a good price, and he hypnotizes them with a piggy bank
With
to
the piggy.
satisfy their greed. And oh my God, one of my favorite moments is like the shaky vibrato of Ray.
Love
This
his
number.
singing.
This number is so good though. We won't be
Be
happy
happy till
till we
we get
get it.
it.
It's such a fun number.
And they're like, okay,
The
we're
choreography
involved.
is good. Their little peeking heads.
So fun.
Iconic. Like,
Ray is in it to win it.
yes,
He did not come to play.
it's high musical theater. Like
I
it's
love
high camp
it.
musical
I
theater.
love
And
it.
I love it. Then we have a pretty drastic switch. We go to
Oh,
this Disney chorus
her
that is
hair.
singing Mary, Mary, quite
Her
contrary.
house.
How does your garden grow? It shows all the different kinds of flowers.
Very Alice in Wonderland. You can learn a lot of
It
things
looks
from the
like the
flower.
Queen of Hearts garden a little bit
Yep.
too.
Mhm.
Has little nods to that as well. And we
Mhm.
also get before we see our fumbling idiots, our two
Mhm.
sidekicks. We see them with two kinds of mallets, and they're gonna knock Tom out. Like they're already on to part one of their plan, day before
Here
the
we
wedding
go.
day.
Here we go.
But we get the Conrad Birdie Prince Charming love ballad just a whisper away. And the kids are watching all of
Mhm.
Mary's siblings, large
Which is
family.
hilarious.
One of her sisters being Bo Peep. She has twin sisters, and there's
Yes.
two little boys.
Mhm.
Yeah, and they're watching, and they're trying to see if they're gonna kiss. It's adorable. And one of the kids is like, "It looks like he just tried to bite
He
her."
tried to bite her. I
Very
laughed.
cute.
That was funny.
But of course, the plan actually works. At the end of it,
Wow.
Tom goes to leave her. They don't kiss, leave a little mystery. Goes to leave her, but he does get clonked by Rodrigo and
With a
Gonzaga.
mallet.
Yes, with the larger mallet. He goes right into the
Oh,
grass. Sinks into the
ta-ta.
grass. Very fun special effects that are used here
The
too.
special effects are great in this film.
We have a reprise of the "We Won't Be Happy Till We Get It" song. There are many types of treachery we adore, is how it begins, which I love. But this is where it gets funny. They have an option as they're walking through the forest. They're like, we could take him to the sea. There's
Oh, yeah.
a little sign for the sea, or we can go to the gypsy camp because guess what?
We could get double.
If we sell to the gypsies, we can get more
Their
money.
financial, they're ahead of their
Their
time.
prowess is excellent.
Yeah,
It's
they're
fun.
really
They're
thinking it through.
entrepreneurs. And
Mhm.
this feels like a very, not so much as the Forest of No Return, but it does feel like a little bit like the Haunted Forest.
It's giving
We
that
get it
vibe.
more with the
Yes.
Forest of No Return.
Yes.
Now moving on up to the sweet little cottage that I wanted to live in as a little girl.
I know this cottage is so cute.
We get to wedding dress. We have Mary
I
doesn't
want
know,
it.
doesn't know anything until Barnaby waltzes in. And Sylvester is very outspoken in this scene. They have a little bit where
Is Sylvester a puppet or an animatronic?
great question.
Do you know, Jay?
I think he's a puppet.
I
He's a
think she's
puppet.
operating him.
Okay.
Voiced by the director.
Oh yeah, look, her hand.
Voiced-
That's a fake hand.
Voiced by
Yes,
the director.
voiced by the
I
director.
forgot to say that.
Her hand is fake. She is. Her hand's inside.
Oh,
Look at
good
look at her
catch.
hands.
Good catch.
Oh my gosh.
Good catch in her hat.
It's really well done. Really well done.
Yes. So yeah, we have a little bit.
Rodrigo just
I think Barnaby says something to Sylvester to shut him up, like, you know what I had for dinner last night? Roast goose. And then he looks at Mother Goose and goes, "That's how we lost Mother."
Oh my gosh, that's so
I
sad.
burst out into laughter. Very funny. Also, a sweet little like Home Alone moment comes up where
Always Home Alone.
they tip in the lollipop as opposed to cash. The little boy who helps
Here
them
you
out.
go.
Like they tip in gum in Home Alone. Thought that was cute.
Yeah, adorbs.
So we have now our bumbling idiots pretending to be sailors that
Mm.
find a washed up letter from Tom that they're just making up on the spot, saying that he didn't want to leave Mary. He didn't have enough money to support her, so he took himself to sea, but he actually
He
drowns at
drowned.
sea. The slowly, slowly he sank into the sea. That whole song
And
and
that she should
puddle.
marry Barnaby.
Yes, and then they plant the whole seed of marrying Barnaby here. There's a lot of water effects too. They keep kind of sinking into like a little pool that they have,
Uh-huh.
which is really fun. Can I tell you something? When I was a little girl and I watched this, when they do the who sank? Who sank? Tom sank. I thought they were saying Tom Hanks, and I never
Tom
understood
Hanks.
as
You're
a
like,
kid.
oh no, Tom
I was like,
Hanks.
why is Tom Hanks being mentioned? They're like, who sank? Who
He's in
sank?
this film.
Who sank?
Tom
So
Hanks.
Tom Hanks.
Incredible.
Ridiculous. But yeah, Barnaby's moving in, baby.
He's going.
He is like, all right, Castle in Spain, let's go.
We're doing it.
This is probably one of the best numbers in the film.
Oh, I'm obsessed.
Castle in Spain is Ray Bolger's solo number to woo Sweet Mary Mary, who's like, oh, she's so
She's
distraught.
damsel in distress.
She's also kind of entertaining him.
Yeah, she's like, oh,
Yeah.
you're here.
But I love that he's like, let's drain this village. He's like basically stealing money from all the townsfolk because I guess he like owns property. Wait, what does Barnaby do? Anyone?
He has a fortune. He's a real estate agent,
Mm.
Proprietor?
landlord.
In the one with
Maybe he's a landlord.
one with Laurel and Hardy, he does like collect payments.
He feels like a yeah.
like
He's the
a
mortgage.
slumlord. Yeah, like a
Yeah, that feels very like Christmas Carol vibe. I don't know. It feels like an old school thing.
my note for this number is the man still got it.
Yes, this number was
He
insane
is
with
giving
his little
cape.
legs and the capes and the heels.
And the water fountain.
Come on. I mean, as we know, Ray Bolger danced every single day.
And he
He did what he
also
said.
does a cape with the invisible ball.
Yes, the invisible ball.
Yeah. Oh my God.
My favorite moment that lives rent free is the like how he hits that. It's so good.
He's incredible.
And his little head movement with the fountain. It's
I love this fountain.
and then his
Maria.
surely you must agree. Like, his voice
Vibrato.
is so unhinged.
Adorable.
Honestly,
It makes me want to cry. It's
if you
so
haven't watched this movie, which again I'm
Please.
sure you probably have, you and
But
the
go to YouTube and look at this clip.
But it's Castle in Spain is ridiculous. It's high camp. It's Count Dracula
I can't.
giving you everything he has.
He really is giving vampire
Yeah.
quite a lot.
Yes. I think Count.
I'm still attracted. I
I love
have to
it.
be real.
I love it.
I'm
And
still,
just, like,
my heart is fluttered.
it's giving Elphaba cape a little bit too because the purple in there. He like
So
has
if you
little
care to
purple-
find me,
if you care to find me, look to the Crooked Mountain.
look to this water fountain.
Oh my gosh, I love him. But here, okay, so the whole
She's not feeling it.
So she's like, she says no at the end. She's like, no, I'm
She
not
says no.
marrying you. But then like she's like, we still have the sheep income. But
The
then
sheep.
I love when he's like, you have sheep, do you? Ha ha ha. He does this like very,
About the
he
sheep.
has this very evil laugh because obviously part 3 of the plan was to steal the sheep.
That's part 3.
And the sheep are lost. So Bo Peep comes running in.
Yes.
And
She's here.
she sings a song that starts with "My sheep are gone for good.
I love that the
There
lyrics are.
goes my livelihood."
They're very. Here's the plot. Here is exactly what's happening.
A hit song.
A bop.
But the villagers are fierce. All the villagers come with her. They're like,
Singing with Sylvester.
all the villagers are like following every move and they're supporting this song.
They
And-
move in an ensemble. They're never alone.
But so if they don't have the sheep, she really has no income.
What is she supposed to
But
do?
Jay, another question. What kind of income are the sheep bringing? Fur? Income?
I'm guessing wool.
Wool.
So,
Sheep fur.
Wool. Wool. That's right.
I was like, fur.
yeah.
She's a dum-dum.
Sheep's fur.
I'm Rodrigo. Sheep's fur.
Wait, Jay, also, what's your favorite song from this?
Oh yeah, give us your banger. Is it this one?
The particular
sheeps.
one. Okay, let's see.
It's a hard decision.
I think I Can't Do This Song is kind of one of my more favorite ones. We're getting to that one.
That's exciting, Jen.
Love
Okay, almost there. We're almost
this.
there.
Love
Let's get to
this.
that song because it is quite good. Okay, so
Mary accepts.
sheep income, it's lost. The sheeps are lost. Sheeps are gone for good. Livelihood gone. But they do sing my favorite song from March the Wooden Soldiers, which is he sings in full tenor. But in this, it's the choir being like, "Never mind, Bo Peep." Like they all sing to her, they comfort her, everything's
Oh,
fine.
Yeah.
But we do find out they're in the forest of no return, which is like, "The forest of
yikes.
no return."
We don't want to go
Everyone
there.
repeats it. If you say they're in the forest of
You
no
have to say
return,
it
you have
back.
to say it back. You have to go,
Correct.
"The forest of no return."
In that
It
tone.
has to be just like that. And the
Mhm.
villagers peace out when they hear that. They're like, "No more, we don't want this." And she bursts into tears, our sweet Mary. But here's what's funny. She puts the kids to bed in a completely new outfit.
This yellow
I was like,
dress
why'd she
is
change?
so
She's in a
fierce.
completely new outfit. She looks great.
And she sings my least favorite song.
But
Sorry.
Jay's favorite.
I know it's Jay's favorite.
It's
So
Jay's
Jay
favorite.
is
Jay,
representing.
I love this song. Tell us about it.
Okay. I mean, I can't
Bills,
do a
bills,
sum
bills.
is yeah. It's kind of smartly working because in the musical, it's kind of a more nonsensical thing where there's these increasingly nonsensical problems you have to solve. Like, if a steamship weighed 1,000 miles, 1,000 tons, and stayed for 5,000 miles with a cargo load of overshoes and cargo knives and files, if
You
the mates were
remember
nearly
that.
6 feet high and the bows are nearly the same, would you subtract or multiply to find the captain's name?
She's really doing
Whoa, she's
math.
like really think
I'm
word
calling this
problem.
number girl math.
If
Word
you ever want
problems.
to have some fun, just look at the original lyrics, and there's so many of these fun little verses they would sing to.
It's very much like the square root of an isosceles triangle.
They rework it neatly where now Mary is trying to literally do a sum to figure out, okay, how can we make our budgets meet? But
Yeah, she's doing
I can't
finances.
make it work.
Gotta get the
and they
budget.
almost like take the Annette sound to an extreme where
Oh,
Mary suddenly has these clones popping out of her to make.
The clones.
love the clone.
Yes. She's harmonizing with herself. Yeah.
In rainbow Technicolor.
Yes, this feels very foreshadowy of Mary Poppins too with the mirror
The mirror where
stopping.
one looks
Yeah.
and her reflection.
Yeah. I was like,
Mhm.
that is interesting. That is something that obviously is
See, I
iconic for
don't
Mary
like
Poppins.
this part
And
where
yeah,
she's upside
Yeah,
down.
I was kind of thrown off
I
by
felt a
this.
little thrown
It's
off.
kind of, wait, the Winnie the Pooh scary
Yeah, it's
creatures.
giving that. It's
It's giving
giving that
that. You know what I'm talking about?
Huffalumps.
The hut, yeah,
Is that what
that
they
feels
are?
yeah.
Susian. What are they
And
called?
reportedly, Annette, yeah, actually was upside down. They
She
had weird
was.
wires supporting her
Hufflepuffs.
Yeah, the
dress and
Heffalumps
with
and Woozies?
heffalumps and woozles.
Woozles.
That's totally what she feels like in that.
Come on, I did a whole podcast about the original
Come
Woozle
on,
story.
get
Come on,
together.
get together.
Oh my God.
Yeah, the
What
hand.
is that? Yeah, where it's like weird colors, but then it's black background. I don't know.
You didn't like it.
It's
You were taking it.
triggering. It's triggering
You
a
know what it
childhood
feels like? You know what it
memory.
feels like to me? It feels like when I'm editing a reel and then I click a
Like,
weird
beep,
feature. I click a
and
weird
it's like
feature, and all of a
multiple.
sudden you're upside down. You're like, okay, cool.
All right, do
It
it.
feels like such a weird editing choice, but whatever, live.
I love it. I love it.
Oh my
Yeah.
God, so good.
It's
So
just that,
good.
some of the things she thinks of is like, okay, well, if we walk on our hands, then we won't have to pay for shoe repairs. So,
True.
yeah.
You will need wrist surgery, but
It's so silly.
but
It's
she ends up being like, okay, I think I have to do this in
have
order
to
to like
go.
provide for the
He
family.
puts on the cloak we wore to the Wicked premiere.
Love this cloak.
That cloak is
I love
fierce.
that lyric where she says, all right, I'm not a great financial wizard, that there is no doubt. The outcome of our income is our income's all gone out.
Oh, good
So,
wordplay.
It is good wordplay.
Good wordplay.
Yeah, it's pretty stunning. But yeah, she just is like, I can't do the sum, so I have to marry wealth.
And the kids here and they're like, no, this can't be
They're like,
happening.
let's just go find the sheep because we can't let this lady
To the
we
sheep.
can't let this lady marry
It's
Barnaby.
all about the sheep.
And then like Barnaby has our friends, our sidekicks
Sidekicks.
running amok, waking up the whole entire town.
Hear ye, hear ye.
Yeah, to be like to announce that like this little lady is gonna become the Mrs. Barnaby, and they're all like, Mary! Like the crowd is
Mary.
aghast.
Love the crowd.
But he decides to hire a band of gypsies to celebrate, distract the crowd. There's fire throwing. And this is another song that Jenny and I were obsessed with. We
This
used to be like,
choreo,
gypsies, we are the
this
gypsies.
choreo is
The
amazing.
choreo's nuts.
Wild. This is a
It's
full
nuts.
long dance
The
number.
word gypsies we already gave a
Yes,
heads up for at the top
not
of the
Yeah.
episode, not being a word that
yes,
is we use to this day.
correct.
But it is representing the kind of like traveling
Fortune
performers. Yeah,
teller
like that whole
vibe.
mystical world. But they also have some pretty, like, even like the fact that they're selling a human
Flip,
being
fires.
to the gypsies
I
is weird. They
know.
buy babies. I was like, what?
And Barnaby's like, love it.
Love it. They
I'm
love
here
it.
for this.
But yeah, this gypsy sale was really quick for Tom because he's already integrated fully into the show.
He
He's ready to
learned
go.
the choreo.
He's ready to go
He's
in
ready to go to
drag.
drag.
In
This
drag.
is
This was my second favorite part of the
Loretta?
film. This was my second favorite part.
Yes.
When she's like,
yeah.
Oh yeah,
This
she's
is
like, ah.
I
pretty
was
much
like, what is happening?
yeah. This is pretty much a plot point they lifted directly from the original because in the original Barnaby
I can
has
sense that.
I'm
a,
obsessed.
he has a niece and nephew named Alan and Jane who he tries to get their inheritance by having them drowned at sea.
Yes. He wants to murder the niece and nephew.
They survive and get found by a group of gypsies, and they both arrive dressed as gypsies. And Alan is a fortune teller, so yeah, that's straight up having one of the characters come back in gypsy teller drag. Yep, that's from the original version of the play.
I love it.
I'm obsessed with this. This is
And
truly one of my
after
favorites.
this, well, after the reveal, I love when he's like, "I'm Tom," and he like all the clothes
And
come
the
off.
clothes go wee.
It's so ridiculous. And then,
It's
of course,
fantastic.
Mary is so happy. But this is when Barnaby and the sidekicks go into hiding. This is when we get our first come, let us pussyfoot. This is the first
Mhm.
little taste of that. But then we go to the forest of no return because don't forget, the kids are out
They're
in the
looking for the
forest.
sheep.
They're looking, and we get like, honestly, like this is an upgrade of the apple trees, of MGM's apple trees.
100%.
Very haunted forest to all these signs. It feels very similar to that. I love
My
the whole we'll be off on our way. All the like little back and forth singing between the trees for this is the
The
forest of no
little
return.
echoes.
It's a great song, and the trees basically crowding on the kids, and they have them.
Yeah, my dad actually told me that when he was a kid, they would like dress up in paper bags to pretend to be the trees.
Wait,
Oh,
that's so
I
cute.
love that. They just feel like you're wearing like
I love
oversized
that.
paper bags.
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
I did miss
Sprinkled.
this. I missed this little scene. Mary and Tom do find out
That they're there.
that they're in the forest and they're going to go after them too. And then
Oh.
Barnaby and sidekicks are going to follow.
And that the kids are like, you can't marry Barnaby.
No, no, no. So yeah, we're back. We're in the forest of no return.
Mm-hmm.
They do find them.
They do.
Obviously, Mary and Tom. They find them pretty quick, and then they're like, "It's too dark to travel. Let's just sleep
We have
here."
to stay.
I was like, "Okay, sure." And they don't believe the kids when they're saying they were captured by the trees. They're not believing
Yeah, they
them.
don't, yeah.
They start to like go into this. They have a lullaby that they sing. They start to fall asleep, and so do Gonzorgo and Rodrigo start to fall asleep.
Gorgonzola cheese.
Yeah, Gorgonzola cheese.
Just call them that.
Yeah.
Fine.
They start to fall asleep, but then Barnaby's like, "Wait, this is our moment." But as soon as they're about to pounce, the trees wake the kids on up, and they say this is restricted woods, which is also like
You're
a
not allowed
nod
to be
to the
here.
Bluebird opening, having
Yeah.
not a nod, but like another connection just from our time.
Sure.
Restricted woods being a trend of what we're seeing in a lot of these fairy tale movies. And they're saying they have to take them to the toy maker, but they're all like really thrilled by that. He
They're like,
basically
"Yeah,
is the
let's go."
mayor. He's like the chief of police. He's all the roles for Toyland.
He does everything.
And I love Ray and friends hiding behind the trees. Like it's so fun and comical
So silly.
while they're singing Toyland and marching themselves basically to the Emerald City. It also feels like that a little
It's
bit.
giving Emerald City.
And they hit
It's our
the gates.
backdrop if you're watching.
Yes, if you're watching, and this is our backdrop. Toyland is very cute. This is also my
Love
childhood.
it.
Like
Big
I
fan.
grew up in New Jersey where there was a ton of fairy tale parks, like Gingerbread Castle. There was Storybook Village. There was all these little roadside, cute
Little
little storybook
attractions.
attractions, and this just feels like what I grew up with, which I love so much.
Mhm.
I really do think like because in the 60s Disneyland obviously was already established.
This does look kind of like a Disneyland castle.
Yeah, and like it was very much like the 1960s and fairy tales were just having a moment.
My favorite part is when they knock on the door. It looks very much like from a scene from MGM Oz of like, who rang that bell? It's kind of giving that to me.
Yes. And this is when they have the come, let us lurk.
Let us lurk.
That also feels a little stolen from Peter Pan. Peter Pan
Mm,
and Shmi always have like a new song, like a tarantella. They have different songs they
right.
throw out, and Barnaby has different ways of being suspicious that he
Mhm.
throws out, which is fun. But Toyland looks deserted, but we do get a whole glimpse into the chaotic relationship of Grumio,
Chaos.
where the toy maker is always reminding the genius Grumio that he's a genius, but you're the
You're the
assistant.
assistant.
Let me do it. And he doesn't listen and he doesn't follow any of
But he's
Grumio's
actually amazing
instructions.
with his
But he
invention.
ruins all of his inventions. The toy maker needs to
Ugh,
retire,
he's
I think,
done.
and
He's
let Grumio
done.
take over. Any thoughts there?
Oh boy, yeah. Like Grumio basically invents an instant 3D printer for toys here. So,
Incredible.
uh,
Ahead of his
I know
time.
he invents a 3D
Ahead of
printer.
his time.
I was like, this is the AI.
This is
This
ChatGPT.
is this is the AI automation invention of the century.
To me, it's giving like Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory vibes as well.
Yeah.
Just the colors, the
Yeah, the
inventions, the
colors.
sound
Very
effects.
60s.
That's what it reminded me of.
Also, just like I can't handle Edwin in this scene. He's just like, I think something's wrong. Like he's
What's
such
happening
a
here?
loon. This is
Yeah.
catastrophic. And he's really worried that he's not going to make his Christmas deadline. So in this
Oh, he's
world,
Santa
Santa
Claus.
is erased. It's the toy maker.
Uh,
He's the one in charge. But what
Oh,
is so nuts to me is that after obviously this blow up of this beautiful machine that could produce a lot of toys because the toy maker overloads it. He overloads it, he overheats it, and it blows
much.
up.
Too much.
The our friends, Tom and
They're like,
Mary and children, are
well,
like, we'll volunteer. I'm like,
you
why?
need elves.
And he literally says, you want to work? Nobody wants to work these days.
Kim Kardashian. Nobody wants to
Kim
work these
Kardashian. Bad
days.
luck, girl. But
Well, they do need money, so are they going to get paid for this?
no, I
Or are
think
they
it's them paying
volunteering?
their debt off
Oh,
to the
okay.
being in the restricted woods. That's how
Oh,
I
so they're
interpret
now
it.
they're still wow, they have a lot of bad stuff
But they
happening.
make an assembly line and it's going well. I
Oh,
looked
right,
at the
because he's
clock.
like the police officer dude.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's just kind of sitting there making them do. The kids are honestly running around the most.
They're doing it
Child
all.
labor to make the toys.
Yikes.
And he is looking at his clock and it's like it's half past October. We're never going to make it. So he's
Half
really
past October.
concerned.
It's
But
cute.
still, we have to remember we have a looming threat of Barnaby and friends
Correct.
outside. And I love what he's like, we'll basically attack at night. He says 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 night, and then the sky goes dark, which is kind of funny.
Mm-hmm.
And there's another like sweet little duet between I think they're gonna get spicy, but then it gets interrupted, of course. Um, Annette and Tom
Tom.
Sands, they have this cute little duet about like a doll, her being like a doll, and she's holding a doll that has blush on. It's so 1960s.
Here's the
But I think
doll.
they were gonna make out and they get interrupted by a
Of
new
course.
invention.
Of course. The
This new
shrinking
invention being
gun.
Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
Yes.
yeah,
Yes.
from gay icon Grumio.
From gay
From gay
icon
icon.
Rubio.
Oh my
Thank you,
God,
Jay.
I love.
Don't shoot me, don't shoot me.
We've got a
Please shoot
new
me.
gay icon on the
We have a
pod.
funny interaction too, because Edwin loves this new toy, but then is scared of it. And he's also, of course, like Edwin is misusing it already. He's like, if you shoot at something twice, though, you obliterate it. And they show us that with the
Yikes.
chair, which is horrifying.
Yikes.
Um, and he takes the gun from him. But then, like, I love that Tom asks the question of like, but wait, how are you gonna like, what's the point of this? Like, you have to buy then a lot of large things.
Yeah, how are we gonna shrink stuff?
And Edwin is like, well, good point. And he's like, did you think about this, Grumio? And gay icon Grumio is like, no,
Not
I didn't.
really.
So
I
he
just invented it.
throws this lethal machine out the window into the hands of one Ray
Oh
Bolger
no! Oh
to Barnaby.
no!
Oh no. And this is where everything goes haywire.
Yep.
Scary Ray Bolger. This is his scariest. His heh is really on full blast. And he even the henchmen turn on him and he goes after them. He shrinks
Yes,
them.
they're not about this life anymore.
He shrinks the toy maker. He shrinks the
Shrinks his
henchman.
bed.
And then he shrinks Tom and he wraps him on up and he's dangling him like a little doll. Oh my gosh. And then
Good effects.
he's
Special
gonna he's like,
effects.
you better marry me to Mary. And she's like, never, never, never. Again, the nevers. It's always like a thing. Never. She's so not gonna do it. But then he's like, well, I'm gonna obliterate Tom. And she's like, okay, I'll
And then
marry
I
you.
guess I'll do it.
They're having an official Toyland marriage by the toy maker, but he's stalling. He's like really trying to give Tom some time to break loose and free the soldiers. How did they come alive? We don't really know, but they do
Yeah,
come
some
alive.
sort of magic.
Magic, right?
There is magic in this world, for sure.
Sure. There's talking trees,
Unsure
a
how.
talking goose.
Unsure how these toys work.
Yes, but we get the iconic music of the March of the Wooden
Oh,
Soldiers,
this
which
is
is just
so
so fun.
good.
And the like, it's so good. And like how this looks too is pretty cool. Like these toys coming to life, the stop motion that they had to use to make this work. And but you know who's so helpless during this? Mary. She's like, Tom, look out. I'm like, girl, you're double his
You
size.
are
Like
full
triple,
size, honey.
quadruple his size.
You
Like,
can
how about you
help in
help?
this
She kind
situation.
of just she's so damsel.
It's 1961.
She's Mary
What do you
Quite
expect?
contrary.
What do you
She
expect
literally
from
is a
her?
flower in distress.
I
Yeah.
love that the doll that they sang about like has a moment where she's like blinking at them, like blinking at Tom.
And the
She's like,
soldiers when they walk by
okay.
and the dolls are like
They're waving. Yeah, they're like, hey. I'm like, okay, this is a lot.
there's
It
also a
gave
really iconic sword and cane fight between Barnaby and
Oh
Tom.
yeah, they're very Captain Hook, Peter
Yeah,
Pan
Rufio.
energy.
Yes. I said Rufio.
Rufio, all the same.
Yeah, I was gonna say that the toys marketing is just very Nutcracker coded. Just
Yeah.
Nutcrackers, yes.
especially if you read the original E.T.A. Hoffman story of the Nutcracker, because even the thing of like dolls waving down or saying like, "Oh, don't go to war," it's like it's like straight from that. It's almost like did they get some ideas here? I mean, it's public domain, so
Totally.
fair game, but
Totally. No, you're right. This has twinges of Nutcracker all written all over it. And the dolls are like fighting
They're
for
feared.
their lives.
Also, the effects, how they filmed this and did this is astounding. In
Also,
1961, come on.
we have to shout out, right? Just like swatting the gumball.
Yeah, he's like, and then all the corks,
It's
I
so
think, fly
good.
into his
But
mouth.
then it gets too much. She's like, okay,
This is a lot.
I'm being attacked. And he
Yeah.
takes one of the little cannonball toys and starts turning it on them.
Mm-hmm.
But he gets shrunk.
He does.
Mary gets the gun and
That's the
Mary,
only good thing Mary does in this
which is
whole.
important.
It is important. She shrinks him
Yeah.
to perhaps never be resized. We don't know.
I would love a little miniature Ray Bolger in my pocket.
I love, and they did do everything oversized. They created all these
This
oversized
is
toys
incredible.
so they could film this.
Look at this
Totally.
set.
Everything was practical too. I think that's what
Astounding.
makes this film very endearing is the practicality of it all.
Right, I mean, they didn't really have like a million CGI things
They
at their
didn't no,
disposal.
they just have poofs of smoke, little smoke poofs.
It's really, really well done.
Tiny things. Yeah. So everything gets solved because Grumio is a fast-working genius and he has devised
Love you,
an
Grumio.
amount of beer minutes.
He's like, oh, by the way.
Here's the reverse. I can blow them back up. So
Mm-hmm.
he gets everyone back up to size minus Barnaby, sad. And then the kids
Sorry.
wake up and they're like, "What? What are you guys doing?" They're like, "That's right, children. We were playing with the toys."
Ha
And
ha
they're like, haha, and that's literally
That's
kind
how
of
it
the
ends.
end of our film before we
The
get
wedding.
the wedding send off,
Mhm.
which has the Grease car eyes
Grease
via
lightning.
carriage, which I love.
Mhm.
Obviously, this came first. So I'm like,
Were they inspired?
But yeah, my question is, what happened to Ray? That's
We
my
don't know.
that's
We
my
last see him in that little box.
he's
I love that it ends on this wedding scene. Like, this is, of course,
and we
the
look
way
there's
it must end with the
there's
snow.
no rainbow sheep. Just they could
No
they
sheep.
could have just inserted the sheep
There's the
grazing in the background. No sheep. So the sheep are lost for real.
That's the real big question we have here.
Wait, so Mary's poor, but she gets an inheritance she doesn't know about. It's also like a weird little side plot thing. Like Barnaby is aware of an inheritance that's going to come to Mary, but she's poor in the moment.
Yeah, well, so actually this is a random side quest. Yesterday I read a series of unfortunate events, The Bad Beginning.
His house feels like
Everything's
that.
the same. Barnaby is what's his name? I just read it. I can't remember all these names. The villain, Count Olaf.
a lot.
And he wants to marry Violet because she's gonna inherit her parents' money
And she's
when she's 18. She's 14.
Yeah.
But he like comes up with this whole plan and the law of this community, and then the
I
wedding.
wonder if they were
They
inspired
figure it out. It's
by Babe
literally the same.
That's a great point. I was
Like,
actually thinking
oh.
the house specifically
And the
too.
house.
Feels like a series of misfortunes.
I wonder, maybe the author Lemony Snicket
was inspired
Yeah.
by Babes in Toyland.
so I kind of got two theories on what might have happened to the sheep. Is that one, maybe they just faked the tracks and they're actually at Barnaby's house, or they go into the forest and then they wind up in Toyland. Maybe they used some mold to make the clothes for dolls. I don't know.
Good
So-
theory.
I like that.
Theories.
Good theory.
It's my number three, and that is the writers just forgot because Barnaby's trying to hold this whole movie together.
He really, yes, the threat of Barnaby, this whole movie. He really has like the plan is a plan. Um,
Yeah,
I really, really enjoy this film, and
this
I
was so
think
fun.
it's safe to say Babes in Toyland would not be here without The Wizard of Oz,
Oh, 100%.
without the turning of it into the musical extravaganza, without this like obsession that happened with fairy tale like
Mm-hmm.
theater. And I love that its journey has had a similar shaping as Oz, told a lot of times completely different.
Yeah.
It feels like like a cousin, do we think? Or like a
I
Yeah.
would totally say
stepsister,
that.
a
Cousin
cousin.
who lives a couple states away,
Yeah, yeah, it has,
It's the
it
Christmas
definitely has,
cousin.
Christmas.
yes. And there are moments in the film too that just feel so Aussie.
Oh yeah. The
Especially
sets,
yeah, the like it's
the
you
tree.
know you're on a set, but you don't care. And there's not
It's
many times
yeah,
you
the
could say
Technicolor
that.
of it
Yeah,
all.
the Technicolor is just so
I
beautiful.
had a blast. I was smiling ear to ear. I will be watching this for sure at Christmas time. But like this is gonna be in my rotation now. I
That's
love it.
rare for her to
I know.
say. Jay, she's a convert.
I'm a convert.
Ooh,
Welcome to
Well,
the
okay.
world.
because a big part is Ray Bolger. I'll say that. It'd be great even without him, but
He's
he
a huge
like
part of this
pushes it
film.
over the edge for me in the best way.
He's great in it
Just
too. Like it
love
really is like Ray Bolger at
like
peak.
it's an incredible performance.
And I knew when I was a kid, I knew I was watching the Scarecrow. Like
Oh,
I had that awareness that that was Scarecrow.
I just love seeing him as a villain too. It's so
Yeah.
fun.
It just, for some reason, never clicked to me. It's that it was also the Scarecrow because he just does evil so well that it's like
He
you don't
really
automatically think, oh, right,
does.
Scarecrow of Oz, unless you know that's Ray Bolger.
I
Ray Bolger
wonder
was
how
also
they wooed
Scarecrow.
him into this
They really wanted
project.
him.
Yeah, I don't
I
really
do know
know
that.
how the offer went. I'm assuming they just offered it up to him
Like,
and he,
hey,
yeah, and he said
please.
yes.
I mean, he really elevated it, I think.
Yeah, it was a huge deal that he was in this.
Yeah.
And honestly, like on his Wikipedia, it says he's most known for this and obviously Scarecrow
This and
is like, yeah,
Scarecrow.
it's these
I
two.
mean, this is Disney, so that's
This
huge.
still holds like in my upbringing, this was played a lot on the Disney Channel. So like
Hmm.
it definitely, I think 90s kids, 80s kids have a relationship with the televised
Yeah.
this. I didn't own this on a VHS, but I had it taped off of TV.
Oh.
Um,
We, yeah, we did have it on VHS. So after, I mean, my dad picked it up, after some time. I'd already seen it from the library, but then we got on VHS. My little younger siblings are watching it over and over, so
love,
yeah, it kind of
love.
became our copy of the movie. So,
That's
I
okay.
love that.
That's a
and
copy
I
well
got
used.
Blu-ray.
Copy
Woo!
well
I love it.
made.
I love that logo that's been used for the Blu-ray because it's not really something that ever
Interesting.
happens.
Yeah,
That's
that's
the
different.
wooden soldiers that are used in the Christmas parades,
That's
essentially.
so
So that's
funny.
a theme of the other
Wow.
March of the Wooden Soldiers with Laurel and Hardy that this they accidentally, as toy makers, because they work for the toy maker, Laurel and Hardy, they
Oh,
make the
different.
soldiers too big.
There's the soldiers.
Yeah, they make them way too big. And they're like, we can't give these
Well,
to kids, you
that's
dumb-nuts.
frightening.
But that's
Because now you have soldiers
but
running
then
around.
that's why
Oh
they're able
yeah,
to take out Barnaby pretty easy. And the
So
boogeyman.
they're against Barnaby.
And the boogeyman. There's a whole
There's a
boogeyman. Oh, the
boogeyman.
boogeyman, horrifying.
Is
Right,
that in the
Jay?
oh yeah.
original, the boogeyman?
There's no
Or it's just
boogeyman in the original operetta, but there's an evil toy
No, it's
maker.
the toy maker, and yeah, what happens is the toy maker gets attacked by the toys. He dies. Alan
oh,
gets
Yeah,
blamed.
death.
Alan gets framed for his
death.
murder,
Alan
and
the nephew.
And that's a
so
plot taken from the Wizard of Oz musical extravaganza, like a trial. You know how that was like a big thing? Like, let's have a trial in a
Yeah, we
musical.
Eureka and her
Well,
trial.
in the musical
Yeah,
extravaganza too, they
at
were
the
like,
extravaganza. Yeah,
and
all
it's
this
more
stuff.
that
we love a
Yeah.
trial.
Alan is going to be condemned to death,
Oklahoma.
and Barnaby gets married to say that says that he'll testify that Alan is actually innocent if Mary marries him, but then he goes back on his word. So
Barnaby.
Alan, this gets really dark when you consider it. Alan wants to go on his own terms. Gonzaga and Rodrigo give him or offer him a glass of poisoned wine, but Barnaby drinks it instead.
Whoops. Whoops.
They
So
poisoned?
Barnaby dies by poison.
but Toyland has a law where if a
Loss.
condemned man
There has to be a law.
marries a widow to take care of her, he can be, basically, what's the word where you consider your crimes
Exonerated.
pardoned,
Exonerated.
exonerated, pardoned, whatever.
Oh.
And
Oh,
so
Married a
Alan
widow?
marries Mary to basically get himself free because they loved each other all along. Yay!
you also just
That is a wild
triggered a
thought.
memory of the 1934, the like dunking of
And, oh yeah, that
the
was so
water
fun.
torture. There's water torture. It's so fun. There's water torture. They dunk, but it is funny because like he's getting dunked in water and it's kind of they do it for
Okay,
comedic.
it's a
But he's
comedic.
legitimately
It's a
freaked out.
comedic
It's
water dunk.
Oliver Hardy is
Yeah.
yeah, he's dunked in
Yeah.
water.
Okay, don't stress too much.
No, but the boogeymen are actually frightening. And
Yeah, this sounds different than
yeah,
what I just watched.
it's
Yeah.
much.
Much,
And
much
Bo
different.
Peep is Mary. She's the Mary.
Ah,
She's
like
like
some
the
crossover?
ingenue.
Okay.
And she played Alice in the Paramount Alice, I'm pretty sure.
Oh,
That
that's an
actress.
Alice crossover.
Yeah, Charlotte Henry was,
That's right.
yeah, instead of Mary, they had Bo Peep as the main protagonist, female
Yes.
character.
Mother
Mary,
of the shoe, the little woman
Mm,
yeah.
in the shoe.
the little
That was
woman
her
who
mom.
lived in a shoe.
That was
I loved that woman growing up. I was like, I want to be her.
that's what's
I
really
want to
cool.
live in a shoe.
Like, you really just feel like you're at like a roadside fairy tale
Yes.
park. That's what it
Yeah.
feels
Yes.
like.
Yes. You're
Yeah.
hanging
I'm
out with
so
all of them.
glad that we got to go to Toyland because
We went to Toyland with
it's a really
Jay.
good time.
Yeah, there's a little tiny Disney connection in the Laurel and Hardy one as well, where there's a monkey dressed up as Mickey
Yes.
Mouse.
Yes.
Whoa,
I'm glad you said
okay,
that.
I remember that.
It's
I
weird.
have seen that.
And the three little pigs and their
Yeah.
music are there.
Whoa.
How they not get in trouble?
They're always there.
The Who's Afraid of
Of
the
the
Big
Bad
Bad Wolf
Wolf.
is used in
I,
the
Yeah.
I
Smartest
assume it
of Ninja
was an
Soldiers.
agreement because at the time Disney was just doing cartoons, so
Yeah.
There must be
You
something.
know, it is really interesting that they kind of did a little Disney preview of what was to come.
They're like, hey, keep your eyes peeled.
Crazy, crazy, crazy.
uh,
So yeah, we highly recommend This World of Babes and Toys.
This was fun.
And I wonder if it will
This
ever
was
get
fun.
revisited. But I do think the Lemony Snicket thing is a really important connection. I do think that's the most modern thing to resemble Babes in Toyland.
It does say in the Wikipedia in 1934, Walt Disney previously
Oh, he
approved
he
the
approved it.
appearance of Mickey Mouse along with the use of the song,
Of course.
but otherwise was not involved in that adaptation. It's interesting.
Of course, that makes sense. They had to get rights. 'Cause
Right.
It's like there's no way
So
to
they
get away with this.
he approved it.
Oh.
'Cause he's
Oh.
like,
I do want to watch
make
the
people think
black
of
and
us.
white one now, the 1934 one. Thank you, Jay, and thank you, listeners, for
Thank
being
you,
here.
It was
Love
a
the
great time.
nostalgia. Yay! Bye, everyone.
Ta-ta!
Bye.